What's up, Freckle family? Welcome back. It's Monday. Hope everyone had a great weekend, January 16th, and I'm your daily trivia host, Ian Finer, aka Lord Trivia himself. Freckle Daily Trivia consists of 5 everyday questions with weekly rotating topics. Each day you play into a raffle ticket towards amazing weekly prizes like NFT Airdrops, toys, collectibles, merch, apparel, and more. Today is also a special day. It's my birthday. Shout out to all the Capricorns. I'm 32 years old, and all I'm asking from my lovely Freckle fam is for you to stay tuned and mint our season and forever passes, minting on Magic Eden at the end of February. This week, we've been tempted with the sins of the devil because we're doing history trivia mixed in with questions about the devil himself. And we're doing this with our friends at the Devilish Toonz. Each day we're doing a different period of history, and today is the classical history period. The Devilish Toonz are an NFT project deriving from old school cartoon artworks, highly inspired by rubber hose art styles. They have countless utility for their devils, and the devils can't wait to be unleashed from their blockchains in hell. A collection of 1999 unique Devilish Toonz locked up in the Ethereum hell. Each devil is unique with all kinds of awesome traits. Prizes this week include 10 Devilish Toonz, Jarritos variety soda packs, Fig Pins, Diamond Select collectibles, and more. Now, let's get the day started and dive deep into history with question 1. Who built the Great Pyramid of Giza? Is it A, Tutankhamun, B, Ramesses II, C, Cleopatra, or D, Khufu? The Great Pyramid of Giza is one of the most famous and iconic structures of ancient Egypt, and it's considered one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. The pyramid was built in the 26th century BC by our answer, D, Khufu, and it's the largest and oldest of the 3 pyramids at Giza. The pyramid was constructed as a tomb for the pharaoh Khufu, and it is thought to have taken over 20 years to complete. Now on to the next question. Who conquered the Persian Empire? Is it A, Alexander the Great, B, Julius Caesar, C, Genghis Khan, or D, Napoleon Bonaparte? Well, Alexander was a Macedonian king and a military leader who was considered one of the greatest military generals of all time. Our answer? A, Alexander the Great conquered the Persian Empire in the 4th century BC. He led his army on a series of conquests that extended the boundaries of the ancient Greek world to include much of the known world at the time, including the Persian Empire. Alexander's conquest had a significant impact on the course of history, and he is remembered as one of the greatest military leaders of all time. Now, on to question 3. Question 3, of course, sponsored by our friends at Jarritos. Today, I'm taking it easy on the sugar with a deliciously refreshing mineral agua. Salud!
Tell your mouth to try us, cause we taste super good. Super good, super good, super good. Oh. Super good, super good, super good. Oh. Cause we just taste super good.
Jarritos!
Thanks, Jarritos. Now on to question number 3. Which ancient Greek city-state is known for its strong navy and its cultural and artistic achievements? Is it A, Athens, B, Corinth, C, Thebes, or D, Sparta? Well, Athens was a powerful city-state in ancient Greece, and it was famous for its navy, which played a key role in the defense of the city, making our answer, of course, A for Athens. It's also known for its cultural and artistic achievements, and it's home to some of the greatest philosophers, writers, and artists in the ancient world. The Athenians are credited with many, many important innovations in the arts, sciences, and their cultural contributions continue to be celebrated and studied today. Now, on to question number 4. Which Roman emperor is known for his philosophical writings and his role as a Stoic philosopher? Is it A, Hadrian, B, Augustus, C, Constantine, or D, Marcus Aurelius? Known for his philosophical writings and his role as a Stoic philosopher, our answer is D. Marcus Aurelius was the Roman emperor who ruled from 161 to 180 AD. He is considered one of the most important figures in the history of Stoicism, and his philosophical writings are still widely studied and admired today. Marcus Aurelius is known for his emphasis on reason, virtue, and self-control, and his ideas have had a lasting influence on the Western thought and culture. And now, for the final question of today. In Roman mythology, who was the god of the underworld and the dead? Is it A, Jupiter, B, Mars, C, Hades, or D, Pluto? In Roman mythology, our answer, D, Pluto, also known as Hades in Greek mythology, was the god of the underworld and the dead. Pluto was the ruler of the underworld where the souls of the dead were said to go after they died. He was also associated with riches and wealth, as the underworld was believed to be rich in resources such as minerals and precious metals. Pluto was often depicted as a dark and fearsome figure, but he was also revered as an important deity in ancient Roman and Greek culture. And that concludes today's round of history trivia. I've been your host, Ian Finer, and thank you so much for playing, and thanks to our sponsors for the week, the Devilish Toonz. Make sure you jump on our Discord server, discord.gg/Freckle, to be included in our weekly prize raffles. We'll see you again tomorrow for another round of history trivia, and thanks for playing. What's up, Freckle family? Welcome back. It's Tuesday, January 17th, and I'm your daily trivia host, Ian Finer, aka Lord Trivia himself. Freckle Daily Trivia consists of 5 everyday questions with weekly rotating topics. Each day you play earns you a raffle ticket towards amazing weekly prizes like NFT Airdrops, toys, collectibles, merch, apparel, and more. This week, we were tempted with the sins of the devil because we are doing history trivia mixed in with questions about the devil himself with our friends at the Devilish Toonz. Every day we're doing a different period of history, and today is the post-classical era. The Devilish Toonz are an NFT project deriving from old-school cartoon artworks, highly inspired by the rubber hose artistic style. They have countless utility for their devils, and the devils can't wait to be unleashed from their blockchains in hell. A collection of 1,999 unique Devilish Toonz are locked up in the Ethereum hell. Each devil is unique, with all kinds of unique, awesome traits. Prizes this week include 10 Devilish Toonz, Jarritos variety soda packs, Fig Pins Diamond Select collectibles, and more. Now, let's get the day started with question 1. What was the main religion practiced in Europe during the medieval period? Is it A, Catholicism, B, Protestantism, C, Orthodox Christianity, or D, paganism? Well, during the medieval period, the main religion practiced in Europe was our answer, A, Catholicism. The Catholic Church was a powerful and influential institution and played a central role in the social, political, and cultural life of the entire continent. The Pope, who was the leader of the church, had significant spiritual and temporal power and was often involved in the affairs of secular states. Now, moving on to question number 2. What was the main cause of the 100 Years' War between England and France in the 14th and 15th century? Is it A, over the English throne, B, over land, C, over trade, or D, a religious conflict? Well, the 100 Years' War was a long and bloody conflict between England and France that lasted from 1337 to 1453. The war was sparked by a dispute over our answer, B, land, as both sides sought to expand their empires and gain control over key strategic regions. The war was fought on land and at sea and involved many battles and sieges. It had a significant impact on history and culture of both countries, and is considered one of the most important wars in European history. Now, moving on to question number 3, this question sponsored by Jarritos. Jarritos, the official beverage of Freckle Trivia. Salute.
Tell your mouth to try us, cause we taste super good. Super good, super good, super good. Super good, super good, super good. Cause we just taste super good.
Jarritos!
Thanks, Jarritos. Now on to question number 3. What was the name of the person believed to be the devil's representative on Earth in medieval folklore? Is it A, the Antichrist, B, the Beast, C, the Witchfinder General, or D, the Devil's Advocate? Well, The Devil's Advocate was a great movie, but the Antichrist was seen as a malevolent and evil figure who would bring about the end of the world and the final judgment, making our answer A, the Antichrist. The Antichrist was often depicted as a wicked and corrupt ruler who would use his power and influence to deceive and mislead people. In many medieval stories and legends, the Antichrist is portrayed as a powerful and fearsome figure who is ultimately defeated by the forces of good. So stay good out there, Freckle fam. Now, moving on to question number 4. What was the main language spoken in England during the medieval period? Is it A, English, B, Latin, C, French, or D, Old Norse? The Normans, who were originally Vikings from Denmark and Norway, spoke a variant of French called Norman French. So our answer, C, French, was the language of the nobility and ruling class, and it was used in official documents and legal proceedings. English, which was spoken by the majority of the population, was considered a low-class language and was not used in formal contexts. Now on to the final question of the day. Who was the patron saint of exorcism in the medieval Catholic Church? Is it A, Saint Michael, B, Saint Francis, C, Saint George, or D, Saint John the Baptist? Well, the patron saint of exorcism in the medieval Catholic Church was our answer, A, Saint Michael. Saint Michael was seen as a powerful and fearsome figure and was believed to have the ability to protect people from the devil and other evil spirits. Saint Michael was often invoked in exorcisms, which were rituals performed to drive out the evil spirits from people or places. In many medieval stories and legends, Saint Michael is depicted as a brave and valiant warrior who fights against the forces of darkness and evil. And that concludes our round of today's History Trivia. I've been your host, Ian Finer, and thank you so much for playing, and thank you to our sponsors for the week, the Devilish Toonz. Make sure you jump on our Discord server, discord.gg/Freckle, to be included in our weekly prize raffles. We'll see you again tomorrow for another round of History Trivia, and thanks for playing. What's up, Freckle family? Welcome back. It's Wednesday, January 18th, and I'm your daily trivia host, Ian Finer, aka Lord Trivia himself. Freckle Daily Trivia consists of 5 everyday questions with weekly rotating topics. Each day you play earns you a raffle ticket towards amazing weekly prizes like NFT Airdrops, toys, collectibles, merch, apparel, and more. This week, we've been tempted with the sins of the devil because we're doing history trivia mixed in with questions about the devil himself with our friends, the Devilish Toonz. Every day we're doing a different period of history, and today is the early modern era. Devilish Toonz are an NFT project deriving from old school cartoon artworks, highly inspired by the rubber hose artistic style. They have countless utility for their devils, and the devils can't wait to be unleashed from their blockchains in hell. A collection of 1,999 unique Devilish Toonz locked up in the Ethereum hell. Each devil is unique with all kinds of awesome traits. Prizes this week include 10 Devilish Toonz, Jarritos variety soda packs, fig pins, diamond select collectibles, and more. Now, let's get the day started with question 1. Who created the Church of England? Is it A, Henry VIII, B, Edward VI, C, Elizabeth I, or D, Mary I? Well, the King of England created the Church of England in the 16th century. The Church of England was established as a result of the English Reformation, which was a movement that sought to reform the Catholic Church and break away from papal authority. Our answer, A, Henry VIII created the Church of England as a means of securing his own power and independence, and made himself the head of the church. The Church of England is still the official state church of England today. Now, on to question number 2. Who is credited with inventing the printing press? Is it A, Johannes Gutenberg, B, William Caxton, C, Benjamin Franklin, or D, Thomas Edison? Well, Gutenberg was a German inventor and goldsmith and inventor who is known for his development of the printing press, which revolutionized the way that books were produced and decimated. Our answer, A. Johannes Gutenberg, is credited with inventing the printing press. Gutenberg's printing press used movable type, which allowed for the rapid and mass production of books, and it played a key role in the spread of knowledge and ideas during the Renaissance period. Now on to question number 3, sponsored by our friends at Jarritos. Drinking some mineral agua today. Salud!
Tell your mouth to try us, cause we taste super good. Super good, super good, super good. Super good, super good, super good. Cause we just taste super good.
Jarritos!
Thanks, Jarritos. You put those bottle caps on extra tight today. Now, on to question 3. Who painted the Sistine Chapel? Is it A. Michelangelo, B. Raphael, C. Leonardo da Vinci, or D. Caravaggio? The Sistine Chapel is a famous chapel located in Vatican City, and it's known for its stunning frescoes painted by A. Michelangelo. No, not the Ninja Turtle. Michelangelo was commissioned by the Pope Julius II to paint the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel, and he completed that work in 1512. The frescoes on the ceiling depict scenes from the book of Genesis and are considered some of Michelangelo's greatest works of art. The Sistine Chapel is the official papal chapel, and it is used for the Pope's private ceremonies and masses. Now, on to the next question. Which Enlightenment philosopher argued that human beings have natural rights that cannot be taken away from the state? Is it A. John Locke, B. Immanuel Kant, C. Voltaire, or D. Thomas Hobbes? The Enlightenment philosopher who argued that human beings have natural rights that cannot be taken away by the state is our answer, A. John Locke. Locke's ideas about natural rights and limited government had a significant influence on the development of modern democracy and the conception of human rights. All men must be free. Final question for the day. Which book of the Bible sees Satan test the faith of a loyal servant to God? Is it A. Exodus, B. Job, C. Leviticus, or D. Luke? Well, our answer is B. Job. The Bible tells the story of a man named Job who is a wealthy and faithful servant of God. Satan challenges Job's faith, arguing that he is only loyal to God because he has been blessed with prosperity. In the book of Job, Satan then takes all of Job's wealth and possessions and afflicts him with painful sores in an attempt to make him curse God and turn away from him. However, Job remains loyal to God, even in the face of these trials, then God ultimately restores his prosperity. And that concludes this round of History Trivia. I've been your host, Ian Finer, and thank you so much for playing today, and thanks to our sponsors for the week, the Devilish Toonz. Make sure you jump on our Discord server, discord.gg/Freckle, to be included in our weekly prize raffles. We'll see you again tomorrow for another round of History Trivia, and thanks for playing. What's up, Freckle family? Welcome back. It's Thursday, January 19th, and I'm your daily trivia host, Ian Finer, aka Lord Trivia himself. Freckle Daily Trivia consists of 5 everyday questions with weekly rotating topics. Each day you play earns you a raffle ticket towards amazing weekly prizes like NFT Airdrops, toys, collectibles, merch, apparel, and more. This week, we've been tempted by the sins of the devil because we're doing history trivia mixed in with questions about the devil himself with our friends at the Devilish Toonz. Every day, we're celebrating a different period of history, and today is the modern era. The Devilish Toonz are an NFT project deriving from old school cartoon artworks, highly inspired by the rubber hose art style. They have countless utilities for their devils, and the devils can't wait to be unleashed from their blockchains in hell. A collection of 1,999 unique Devilish Toonz locked up in the Ethereum hell. Each devil is unique with all types of awesome traits. Prizes this week include 10 Devilish Toonz, Jarritos variety soda packs, fig pins, diamond select collectibles, and more. Now, let's dive into history with question 1. What was one of the main industries that contributed to the Industrial Revolution? Is it A, the textile industry, B, the agriculture industry, C, the banking industry, or D, the automotive industry? The development of new technologies such as the power loom and the spinning jenny made it possible to produce textiles faster and cheaper, leading to a dramatic increase in production. Our answer: A, the textile industry was one of the main industries that contributed to the boom of the Industrial Revolution. The textile industry also played a key role in the growth of other industries such as transportation and construction, as textiles were used to make a range of products from clothing and blankets to sails and tents. Now, on to question number 2. Which of the following individuals was assassinated, leading to the outbreak of World War I? Is it A, Archduke Franz Ferdinand, B, Kaiser Wilhelm II, C, Emperor Nicholas II, or D, Vladimir Lenin? Well, the assassination of our answer, A, Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary on June 28, 1914, is widely seen as one of the main events that led to the outbreak of World War I. Ferdinand was the heir to the throne of Austria-Hungary, and his assassination by Bosnian Serb nationalists sparked a chain of events that eventually led to the outbreak of war. Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia, and other countries, including Germany and Russia, became involved in the conflict as part of their alliance systems. The assassination of Archduke Ferdinand is often seen as the catalyst for the outbreak of World War I. Now, on to the next question. What was one of the main causes of the Great Depression? Is it A, a lack of government regulation, B, an excess of government regulation, C, a lack of international trade, or D, an excess of international trade? One of the main causes of the Great Depression was our answer, A, a lack of government regulation in the economy. In the 1920s, the U.S. economy was characterized by rapid growth, high stock prices, and easy credit. However, these conditions were not sustainable, and a series of events, such as the stock market crash of 1929 and the failure of banks, led to a severe economic downturn. Many experts believe that the Great Depression could have been prevented, or at least mitigated, if the government had implemented more effective regulation to prevent reckless lending and speculation. Now on to question number 4, sponsored by our friends at Jarritos. Jarritos, the official beverage of Freckle Trivia. Cheers.
Tell your mouth to try us, cause we taste super good. Super good, super good, super good. Super good, super good, super good. Cause we just taste super good.
Jarritos!
Thanks, Jarritos. Now on to the question. Which of the following was not one of the major Allied powers during World War II? Is it A, the United States, B, the Soviet Union, C, France, or D, Italy? Italy was a member of the Axis powers, along with Germany and Japan. So our answer, D, Italy, was in fact not one of the major Allied powers during World War II. Italy entered the war on the side of the Axis powers in 1940 when it declared war on France and Great Britain. Italy eventually surrendered to the Allies in 1943 and switched sides. But it played a relatively minor role in the war compared to the United States, the Soviet Union, and Britain, all of which were main Allied powers. And now, for the final question of the day. Which state did Salem witch trials take place? Is it A, New York, B, Massachusetts, C, New Hampshire, or D, Vermont? Well, the Salem witch trials took place in Salem, in B, Massachusetts, in the United States. Salem is a town in Essex County, Massachusetts, located on the north shore of the Massachusetts Bay. The Salem witch trials are a significant event in American history and are remembered as a tragic episode in which many innocent people were accused and punished for their alleged association with the devil. The Salem witch trials are often studied as an example of mass hysteria and the dangers of the superstition and intolerance. And that concludes today's round of History Trivia. I've been your host, Ian Finer, and thank you so much for playing today. And thanks to our sponsors for the week, the Devilish Toonz. Make sure you jump on our Discord server, discord.gg/Freckle, to be included in our weekly prize raffles. We'll see you again tomorrow for the final round of History Trivia, and thanks for playing. What's up, Freckle family? Welcome back. It's Friday, TGIF, January 20th, and I'm your daily trivia host, Ian Finer, aka Lord Trivia himself. Freckle Daily Trivia consists of 5 everyday questions with weekly rotating topics. Each day you play earns you a raffle ticket towards amazing weekly prizes like NFT Airdrops, toys, collectibles, merch, apparel, and more. This week, we had been tempted with the sins of the devil because we've been doing history trivia mixed in with questions about the devil himself with our friends, the Devilish Toonz. Every day we've been celebrating a different period of history, and today, our final day of the week, is contemporary history trivia. The Devilish Toonz are an NFT project deriving from old school cartoon artworks highly inspired by the rubber hose artistic style. They have countless utility for their devils, and the devils cannot wait to be unleashed from their blockchains of hell. A collection of 1,999 unique Devilish Toonz have all been locked up in the Ethereum hell, and each devil is unique with all kinds of awesome traits. Prizes this week include 10 Devilish Toonz NFTs, Jarritos variety soda packs, Big Pins Diamond Select collectibles, and more. Now, let's dive in those history books one final time with question number 1. Who was the main architect of the Paris Peace Accords, which ended the Vietnam War? Is it A, Henry Kissinger, B, Le Duc Tho, C, Richard Nixon, or D, Bill Clinton? Kissinger, who served as the National Security Advisor and later the Secretary of State under President Richard Nixon, played a key role in negotiating the terms of the accords with the Vietnamese communist leaders. Our answer, A, Henry Kissinger, was the main architect of the Paris Peace Accords, which ended the Vietnam War. The Paris Peace Accords, which were signed in 1973, marked the end of the Vietnam War and the withdrawal from the American forces from Vietnam. Now, on to question number 2. What was the name of the computer virus that caused widespread damage in the 1980s? Is it A, the Morris worm, B, the Melissa virus, C, the love bug, or D, the Chernobyl virus? Well, the Morris worm was one of the first computer worms to gain significant attention, and it infected thousands of computers when it was released in 1988. Our answer, A, the Morris worm, which was named after its creator Robert Tappan Morris, was designed to replicate itself and spread to other computers throughout the internet. The Morris worm caused significant disruptive and damage and resulted in the creation of more sophisticated antivirus software. Now on to question 3, sponsored by our friends at Jarritos, the official beverage of Freckle Trivia. Cheers!
Tell your mouth to try us, cause we taste super good. Super good, super good, super good. Super good, super good, super good. Cause we just taste super good.
Jarritos!
Thanks, Jarritos. Now on to the question, what country was Nelson Mandela the president of? Is it A, Canada, B, New Zealand, C, Nigeria, or D, South Africa? Mandela, who served as president from 1994 to 1999, was the first black president of D, South Africa. Mandela is widely respected for his role in bringing an end to apartheid and to bring about the reconciliation in the country. Prior to becoming president, Mandela was a political activist who spent 27 years in prison for his involvement in the African National Congress, a political organization that was banned in South Africa at the time. Now, on to the next question. What was the main cause of the global financial crisis of 2008? Is it A, oil prices, B, a housing bubble, C, the European Union, or D, a cyber attack? The global financial crisis of 2008 was a major economic crisis that affected many countries around the world. The crisis was caused by a number of factors, but primarily B, a housing bubble. The housing bubble was a period of rapid expansion in the housing market, fueled by low interest rates and easy credit. The subprime mortgage crisis was a crisis in the subprime mortgage market, which involved the sale of risky mortgages to borrowers with poor credit. The combination of these factors led to a collapse in the housing market and a widespread credit crisis, which had significant economic and social impacts. Now, for the final question of the week, what was the main cause of the satanic panic of the 1980s and the 1990s? Is it A, satanic cult activity, B, drug use, C, teenage rebellion, or D, gun violence? Well, the satanic panic of the 1980s and 1990s was a period of widespread fear and paranoia about A, satanic cult activity in the United States. The panic was fueled by a number of other factors, including sensationalized media coverage, false allegations, and the use of questionable methods to extract confessions. The panic led to a number of high-profile trials and convictions, but many of the cases were later found to be based on false or unreliable evidence. The satanic panic of the 1980s and 1990s is now seen as a case of mass hysteria, an example of some of the dangers of misinformation. And that concludes this week's round of History Trivia. I've been your host, Ian Feiner, and thank you so much for playing this week, and thanks to our sponsors, the Devilish Toonz. Make sure you jump on our Discord server, discord.gg/Freckle, to be included in our weekly prize raffles. We'll see you again Monday for a round of reptile trivia with the shell orbs. Have a great weekend.